What's cooking, folks? Vermillion Phoenix here, and today we're jumping into some more Orcs Must Die Unchained. This time we're heading into the Midnight Market with Tundra. So, since this is a Wuxing map, our Icy Bear is going to have some damage reduction, and that means that it's going to be a little bit harder to use him as effectively as we would like. So because of that, we are going to be switching to a more... or I should say less elemental style of doing things. It's gonna look something like this. There we go. Okay, so that's mostly going to be our setup. We're going to actually be hugging the left wall. So let's see what we can do to make this as effective as possible. We're not going to need the Mage's Tonic. We're going to take the Clover and the Mending Root just in case. We don't need Enjoys Pain. We're going with Wall Building PhD. Bear Hugs because we are a bear. Gotta show somebody some of that bear love. And where is that? It's already up here. Gonna take Smashing Deals, and then for a little bit of extra crowd control, Respect My Authority. And there we go.
We stand and fight together.
Indeed we do. We also block this area off so nothing can run directly into our rift. And we're going to add a couple of these kind of in advance of anything actually spawning up there, so we don't forget to do it a later time. And then we'll set up some additional wall trappy thingies like so. This area will pretty much be ballista. Right. Gonna grab Brittle Ice, increases the damage we deal to frozen targets. Should make things a bit easier for us.
If we must.
Put that boy up.
Well placed.
That one as well. We're gonna do some selling to sort of maximize what we have going on here in a moment. Mainly in between the waves. And being frozen still increases the damage that they take. So they can't get away from that. Alright, now what we have coming through here could be a bit dangerous. So I want to sell most of this. I'm not going to focus on slows for the moment just because we have a bunch of earth elementals coming through. And as we all know, they are completely immune to slows. So we don't want to count on them. We can have an unstable rift spawn up here though. So we want to prevent that from happening in any sort of real bad way. And
I do not love these.
Gonna add some wall blades up front.
The enemy army is attacking on another front. They've broken through a gate.
Unstable rift is opening. Quick, destroy it.
There's not too much you can do about this.
Destroy the unstable rift.
The worst places for the unstable rift to spawn if you're not prepared are in that that lower left corner on the mini-map, or lower right, I'm sorry, or behind you, because that forces you to sort of divert your attention. I'm gonna grab chilled weapons. Okay, so this is pretty much the last important thing we need to do. Everything has to go around the back now. Gives us a bit more space. We're gonna need to set this up again. Have a bit of help from our guardian, sort of firing at things. You do have to make sure you get those guys though. The earth elementals, guardian can't really handle all of them by himself, especially since they kind of split. Well, not kinda, they do. Alright, and now we have everybody coming around from the other side.
Look out! Our defenses have been breached again!
I suppose it will do its duty. I would rather feel my enemy's last breath upon my cheek.
They've broken through a gate!
I do not love these, but I suppose I love our enemy less.
They'll kill him. Yep. All right, and that is going to be that for the most part.
If we must.
About time for us to start putting up the ballista and swinging maces. You really get into some trouble, throw up the ice wall. Now it is possible that if the walkways here get a bit congested, enemies may split. If you want to prevent that from happening, then
I suppose it will do its
do that.
duty.
Technically you could then remove these two pieces, but you want to make sure that these guys path where you want them to as well.
Watch out! An unstable rift is opening. Get to it and destroy it. And our heroes destroyed the unstable rift, and there was much rejoicing.
Alright, we're going to add the projectile.
Well placed, I think.
Anything going over those barricades
But I suppose we must stop at nothing.
is pretty much a leaper, so can't damage the rift. Just want to make sure that you get all of the elementals. They are the most dangerous thing on this map.
Steel and magic are a poor substitute for claw and tooth.
Now behind this, I might be able to do this a little bit better. And we put a second one? No. Never gonna be enough space. Okay.
suppose we must stop at nothing. No executioner was ever so busy as ice.
Whoa. Just to be safe, chase them guys down. Do not let them free. It will cause you the most problems if you do.
If we must, feel the teeth of winter.
Our barricades are under attack.
I suppose it will do its duty.
Alright, we move this back about here then.
Placed, I think.
4 of those, and then
Do not love these.
some regular
I
ballista.
suppose I love our enemy less.
And then these get really easy now. Ballista Nest will take out most of the heavy stuff with no problem. We can just smash Z through everything now because we are going to be sitting pretty.
I would rather feel my enemy's last breath upon my cheek.
Can even block everything off here.
An unstable rift is open. It must be destroyed.
I'm going to grab Shattering Icicles here.
Well done. The unstable rift has been destroyed.
We're counting more on our crowd control than anything else. From the ice, that is.
Let go the blades of winter.
Alright, last wave's coming up.
They summoned the boss minion. Final wave.
I suppose it will do its duty.
And the boss minion's pretty much doomed as soon as he turns the corner.
The enemy's boss is dead.
And there we go.
Still victorious, it is important to have fought well.
Now, controlling the flow of enemies and making sure you get your damage dealt by all of the traps that are physical there, super important here. You can see that the traps definitely did more damage than I did. They're going to be what's dealing with most of your enemies. You really only want to have to pick off the runners at best. You can also try using grinders, though they're a bit more expensive. Moving your coin around will help you deal with things if you decide to go that route. But next up, we're going to be revisiting the banquet hall, and it should be interesting. It's a map that we've done with pretty much everybody. Haven't done a recorded video of me playing it with Tundra, but that's what's coming up next. So hopefully you guys are enjoying this, and you look forward to the next video. Thanks for always tuning in. I sincerely appreciate it, and until next time, take care of yourselves and have a good one, folks.